Hello and welcome. In this video, we are going to be looking at 5 terrifying cursed objects that actually exist. A lot of people know Annabelle from The Conjuring or maybe from the movie Annabelle, all about her murderous exploits. But the real story behind Annabelle doll is that in 1970s, a mother purchased an antique Raggedy Ann doll from a hobby store. The doll was a present for her daughter Donna on her birthday. Soon they discovered that the doll can move on its own and it could write too. Annabelle is now locked in a glass box in the Warren Occult Museum, where it still moves and growls at visitors. I will definitely be making a separate video about Annabelle and going in depth of the story about the doll. If you like, you could click the notification bell button so you wouldn't miss out on that. Robert the doll is the ultimate child's nightmare. On the surface, it looks innocent enough, just a hand-sewn little boy in a sailor's outfit, but at night, it comes to life and attacks children. According to the story, the doll was given to a young Eugene Otto, the son of 2 artists who just moved to Key West, Florida at the end of the 19th century. The gift giver, a young Jamaican witch who was hired by the Ottos to be Eugene's nanny. Soon, the Ottos began hearing Eugene talking to the doll in his room. And another voice would answer. A few weeks later, Eugene began screaming in the night that Robert was trying to kill him. Neighbors reported seeing the doll moving in the windows of the house. Servants in the house gave terrified reports that the doll would giggle while their backs were turned. Sometimes they saw shadows as the doll ran across the room. When Eugene grew up, he inherited his parents' house and kept Robert the doll close by. The doll continued to terrify visitors, although Eugene seemed to have a strange connection with it. He would get angry when his wife covered up the doll or put it in the attic, saying that Robert needed a view of the street. After Eugene died in 1972, the doll haunted the new owners of the house for a few years before being placed in a museum in Key West. This chair is so cursed that if you sit on it, you're going to die. Obviously, everyone is going to die, but this chair, it just speeds up the process. A little backstory. Thomas Busby was a nasty guy who murdered his father in 1702, and a chair that he liked to sit in was thought to be unlucky after multiple people died after sitting on it. Now the chair is suspended in the Thirsk Museum, where no butts can come in contact with it. The infamous debug box is said to be haunted. It was put on eBay auction and changed hands several times. People in possession of the box reported things like strong odor, unexplained sickness, insomnia, nightmares, and more. The debug box inspired the Hollywood movie named The Possession. There is a whole website dedicated to the box. This website was created by the last owner of the box. Anna Baker was the daughter of an affluent family in Pennsylvania. Her father, Elias Baker, was an ironmaster. Elias, along with his cousin Ronald Diller, purchased Allegheny furnace in 1836. The venture was very profitable for both of them, and in 1844, Elias bought out his cousin's portion of the business. In 1845, they broke ground on the family's new home, which was completed in 1849. Due to falling iron prices and expenses for the new home, this almost drove the family to bankruptcy. The family's new home was known as the Baker Mansion. The family's daughter, Anna, was not in love with the life of privilege. She was in love with a steel worker. Her father would have nothing to do with her marriage to a common working man. As a result, Elias had forbidden his daughter from marrying the love of her life. Anna was devastated. She had already purchased the wedding dress in preparation for the wedding. She vowed to her father if she couldn't get married to her one true love, she would never get married. Anna kept her vow to her father, and after his death, it was too late. Anna lived out her life in the family mansion, still holding on to the past and the wedding dress. Servants within the home would see Anna from time to time dancing under the moonlight, wearing the wedding dress she never got to wear. Her broken heart and her anger towards her father setting the mood for the night. In 1914, Anna passed away, leaving behind her anger in the wedding dress she was forbidden to wear. The home was eventually turned into a museum, and the wedding dress was put on display. Visitors to the museum had claimed to have seen Anna's face in the glass of the display case holding the wedding dress. The dress would also sway back and forth, telling the sad story of the love lost, some had said. But unfortunately, the Baker Museum no longer displays the haunted wedding dress due to deterioration caused by exposure to the sunlight.